Hey friends, what's up? Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you got outside and enjoyed this fantastic day. I was outside earlier. We did an Easter egg hunt here on my street, and it was a huge success. All of our hunters found all of the eggs that the Easter Bunny left earlier today. So I'm checking in. Hopefully most of you are outside doing something fun. I am getting a late start to my meal prep for the week, and I have some modifications that I'm making to the menu, but working through that. So I'm talking to you guys real quick about juice because I just made some and I was drinking it for my afternoon snack because I'm hungry, and as you can see I have a huge mess in the kitchen, so I can't sit down to eat a snack and I don't want to be just grabbing crazy things out of the pantry. So I whipped up juice. This has grapes, strawberries, carrots, and spinach with, this is fresh ginger in it, and it's delicious and it's amazing. And I made one for Mark as well. So he's outside working. But it got me to thinking, what do you guys consider juice? Because I get asked all the time, you know, if I am gonna drink juice out at a restaurant, and I always say no because I don't like how much sugar is in your typical juice that you would get at a store or at a restaurant. So I'm pretty particular just because I like to watch my sugar content and I don't want to waste it on something like juice. That's why we make our own here. But I always do have some type of juice on hand for Sophie sometimes in the morning, and this lasts a long time just because we don't drink a lot of it. We don't dump a full cup of juice in. We pour a cup of water and then we do a couple of splashes of juice for Sophie. Let me talk to you about what kind of juice that you're buying and why you really need to pay attention. And what you need to pay attention to, again, we're not just looking at, you know, someone might think like, oh, this is great because it's fat-free. Hey girl, how are you doing? You know, it says it's fat-free. It doesn't have cholesterol in it. It's very low in sodium, but the sugars are super high. Now, there's a difference between high sugars that are coming from fruit that's in a juice versus added sugars. So remember what I told you, there's 5 ingredients in this juice: 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, and ginger to give it some zing. Ingredients: filtered water. So that's the first ingredient. That means the most that's in here is water. That's the ingredient that there's the most of in this juice. Apple juice concentrate, orange juice concentrate, clarified pineapple juice concentrate, peach puree concentrate, grape juice concentrate, mango puree concentrate, citric acid, natural flavors, and absorbic acid, which is in parentheses vitamin C. So that was a lot more than the 5 that I read off here. And the first one is water. So real quick, just let me give you a breakdown, the difference between whole juice and juice from concentrate. I don't know what, concentrate. It's not the juice from concentrate is bad for you per se. Juice from concentrate is the process by which basically they're just straining out the pure juice so that it can be preserved and put on a shelf longer. So it retains the vitamins and nutrients of the juice, but you lose the fiber. The other thing is it could result in a higher calorie beverage if they don't put enough water back into the juice to make up for the loss of water that was drawn out of it. So because water is the first ingredient on this, I would say that this is probably the same amount of calories that you would get if you made the exact same thing on your own. But that's something that you have to be paying attention to when you're buying a juice. And that's why you can't just grab things off the shelf. You really have to understand what you're drinking. Not all juices were created equal. Orange juice, not equal. And I'm not just talking about the difference between pulp and no pulp or some pulp. Reading the ingredients is where you're going to get the most information for what you're bringing into your house and serving your family. So this one, I would say, because is not that bad in my opinion, just based off of what I'm seeing here. Now, the only other questionable thing that you have on here is natural flavors. So natural flavors is literally the 4th most common ingredient that you will see on an ingredient label after water, salt, and I forget what the 3rd one is, but natural flavors is the 4th most common ingredient that you see on packaging. Does anyone here know what natural flavors actually is? I mean, I don't, but I've researched it because I've seen it so often. I'm like, what the heck just like does that mean? So natural flavors could be anything. And there's very little difference between natural flavors and artificial flavors, other than natural flavors are derived from the original source. So if they're using natural flavors of the fruit that are in this juice, you can understand that they're coming from the orange, the peach, the mango, but they're still processing it with it could be 50 other things to make a natural flavor, versus artificial, which is coming from artificial. It's not coming from the actual juice. So that's the difference between artificial and natural flavors. And it's like, do you really want to trust like what that is? Because I mean, that's ridiculous, like that you don't know what it is. So a whole bunch of ingredients versus 5 ingredients. That's why when you're juicing at home, it is so different. So this might still be high in sugar, but it's all natural sugar. I know exactly what was put into this cup, and I know exactly what I'm drinking and putting into my body. On a regular basis, we juice all the time, like literally every single day. And it's mostly for Mark because he has to eat more vegetables than I do, just because he's a guy, he's bigger, you know, he needs more calories, and you want to get those calories from your whole food sources, like veggies and fruits first before anything else. He's particular, so I can't just give him salad every day. Like, that's just not going to cut it for him. Giving him raw vegetables every day, they're just going to get, like, either he'll hide them at work or he will not eat them. He'll bring them home. So I try to make it easy. And Mark does a lot of, you know, driving to work, picking up Sophie, you know, doing whatever he does. So I like to make it easy on him. And I put his fruit and vegetables in a juicer cup, and he juices it up. So he's going to have orange and spinach one day with ginger. He's got grape and spinach another day. Another day I might do green apple and some carrots. The combinations are totally up to you. And honestly, like, I've never had a combination I really didn't like. You do get used to it. Some things you're going to like cringe at first. But here's what Mark always told me when he first started juicing for me many years ago. And he would add beets to our juice. And I would think, oh my God, I don't even eat beets like on the regular. Like, I've never even had a beet. Can't believe you're going to give this to me. And I thought, holy crap, it tasted like the earth. And I don't know how I choked it down. But he told me, it's not supposed to taste good, it's good for you. So I've always lived by that principle. But honestly, I do think that this really does taste good to me. So you want to use fruits and vegetables that you like. And honestly, spinach doesn't taste like anything. So spinach and kale are easy to throw in there. They are so packed with so many awesome antioxidants and nutrients. Like, the darker green, the better your vegetables. So if you can get those suckers in there, that's where you want to put them. Spinach before kale for sure. So that's my little spiel today on juice, the difference between buying and drinking. Like, if I would have drank the same amount of this as this, it just wouldn't have been good. I probably would have been bouncing off the walls and then passed out on the couch, you know, within an hour, versus this, which is going to fill me up and give me energy. And for anyone out there that thinks like, oh, I want to eat my food, I won't, you know, get filled up, you're crazy. It's whole food that I just put into this cup. It's the equivalent of eating a cup of spinach and a cup of fruit with some ginger seasoning on it. Like, that's what it is. So if you took 2 cups of those fruits and vegetables and you dumped it on a plate, your plate would be full. So I don't know why people are constantly telling me that they just want to eat their food. What do you think I'm doing here? I mean, this is still food. I'm choosing to drink it because it's more convenient, and I don't have time to sit here and like just eat on spinach. You know, I could have nibbled on the fruit for sure, but like, I need a vegetable too. So here you go, convenience in a cup. I'm not real blender specific. I have a Ninja. It's on its last leg, but I had it for over 2 years and we use it very regularly. I've heard Vitamixes are very, very good. There's another one, I don't know. I don't know. So if anyone has blender suggestions, we're going to be in the market soon. Please post them below. We would love to hear what everyone else is doing, but we've always liked the Ninja. It's just, it's starting to smoke a little. Sometimes if you run it too long, probably not supposed to happen. But hey, it still worked today, and here we are. So if you guys have any questions, always let me know. I'm happy to talk about it, but that's my little spiel on fresh juice versus from a box. I'm going to get back to this so I can hurry up and get done and get out and enjoy the rest of this day. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.